Look at here. There's something off in Muslim land. Area of the Muslims. You got a stone here sitting upon another stone with a cross in it. And over here, another cross etched in it. As you can tell, the writing there. Kind of self-explains itself. Now, the labarum. The Chi-Rho. It says, on the evening of October 27th, 312, that's AD, after the death of Christ, at the Battle of Milvian Bridge, Emperor Constantine had a vision of a cross in the sky, which led him to fight under the protection of the Christian God. And then later on, he promoted this type of the cross. He promoted this cross for his troops as a sign of protection. That was for him and his army. He promoted this variety of the cross supposed to be the first letters of the name Christos, the X and the P, if he was to look at it again in the Greek. Constantine said this has pagan origins from Constantine. Found it inscribed on rocks from the year 2500 BC, the same labarum, being a combination of two sum symbols. One, axe or hammer of the sun or sun deity. In Scandinavia was the axe of the god Thor. And two, the cross or the X as the symbol of the sun. Both have a sensual or fertility meaning as well. So this thing has generative powers in the realm of phallicism and sex worship? Yes. There we are again. Another one of the labarum. This sign was the Imperial sign. This was a sign that Constantine heralded across all his kingdom. That was used in succeeding in uniting both divisions of his troops, pagan and Christians, in a common worship. So it started with his army first and then spread out. There he is right there, venerated, him himself, and the labarum on the coin. Method of commerce at that time. And this is the banner which his troops would always go into battle with first. Notice the next cross on top of there, and the same labarum right there, the Chi-Rho, wherever you want to pronounce it. Now here we got an interesting figure. This is where the cross that she's got in her hand came into play. No, Constantine brought in the labarum, and he pushed that through all his kingdom for that time that he was alive. And he made his mother high up in the kingdom. He appointed her as the Augusta Imperatrix, given access to the treasury at that time to locate the relics of Judeo-Christian traditions. This is Helena. This was Constantine's mother. She went on a journey to Palestine to find the true cross. That's why you see her right here holding the cross in her hand. She went on a pilgrimage for the two crosses. She supposedly found the nails of the crucifixion as well as wooden pieces from the true cross, and she returned to Rome with them. And from that point on, we can start seeing now this taking form. There she is, venerated again. What is she holding up by herself? A cross, a wooden cross. And there is a pictograph now on canvas of her very thing that she went to Palestine to do, went over into the east to do. You can see that she had them over there digging up the relics. You see the 3 crosses there? 2 supposedly of the thief, and the one in the middle is supposedly the true cross. And once she found it, it was given to her. And I thought this was quite amazing, because there were no J's back then. There's a word written above this man called I-U-D-A-S. Why is this guy called Judas? And he's getting ready to hand her over the cross, which, there she is in all her glory with a sun symbol around her head as well, getting ready to receive her cross. And look behind her, a nice little Easter egg. Look at that. Makes you wonder, huh? So we can start seeing now something take form that actually it was Constantine's mother that actually brought the form of this cross into being now. She took all that relics and all the nails supposedly of the crucifixion, and actually one of the nails she put in Constantine's helmet for protection. It's how warped these people's mind was. They were pagan to the core.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we are again. Drawings, the king of Assyria there. Heathen crosses of Egypt, Greece, Egypt. Heathen cakes that were baked to the Queen of Heaven. Christian cakes. Catholic Rome, look at Greece. Rome ain't much difference, huh? Mexico. Heathen Mexico, as we saw in that shrine. Here we got a form of Diana of the Ephesians with a star. 6-pointed star right beside her. A moon. And look, a cross on her head. And here's another type of cross that was venerated in London. So we start to get the picture now that this ain't strictly Christian, as they say, but it is heathen to the core and pagan to the core. Here we are, Astarte, where we got Easter from. A depiction of her with a, cross in her hand. Later on in Catholicism, St. Margaret. Same thing, huh? Except she just holds it a different way now, so it's new. Here are some Egyptian priests. Notice the high priest here. He's just decked with all kinds of crosses and everything all over his garment, even on his legs. Even the ones preceding him in protection with their spears and their swords. Look what's around their neck. Egypt, huh?